The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Burkina Faso are all in all the savior, the protector, the unifier, the messiah, the king of kings, the most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore has taken a firm stand against France. Burkina Faso breaks off diplomatic relations with France. This happened on June 26, 2026. That enough is enough. And that they've considered a lot of things. They've taken a lot of things and they've done a lot of assessments. But they cannot continue to be with a nation that do not trust them, that do not respect them. That if they want Burkina Faso to respect them, they must do the same thing. You cannot use your voice to champion things against a nation that decided to take its sovereignty into its own hands. And that the message is simple. Their sovereignty is non-negotiable. And they will never allow themselves to be exploited again. Just like William Ruto made it clear when Emmanuel Macron came to Kenya, Nairobi, for the African Summit.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this special edition dedicated to an important government announcement. We have with us the Minister of Communication, Culture, Arts and Tourism, who is also the government spokesperson. Comrade Minister Gilbert Ouedraogo, good evening. The floor is yours.
Good evening, comrade. Good evening to the valiant Burkinabe people and all friends of Burkina Faso. Government communique. The government of Burkina Faso informs the national and international public that it has decided to sever diplomatic relations with the French Republic as of today, June 26, 2026. This decision follows a thorough assessment of the current state of bilateral relations between Burkina Faso and France. Indeed, the essential conditions for promoting relations based on mutual respect, reciprocal trust, respect for the principle of non-interference in internal affairs, and national sovereignty are not met. This state of affairs is reflected, among other things, by the incessant activism of the regime in place in France against the interests of Burkina Faso, neo-colonial ambitions displayed with active support for subversive networks and terrorists who bring mourning to our country and the Sahel, the treachery and bias of speeches and opinions about our country to make it a pariah of the international community. As the face of these imperialist aims of dominating our country and enslaving the people, we have chosen responsibility and sovereignty. The government wishes to emphasize that this decision in no way undermines the historical, human, cultural, and social ties that unite the Burkinabe and French peoples. It exclusively targets the institutional framework of relations between the two states on a diplomatic level. The government reassures the national and international public of its willingness and commitment to ensure the protection of the nationals to whom it reaffirms its hospitality, as well as the preservation of their interests. He invites all citizens to demonstrate responsibility, restraint, and civility towards French nationals and all expatriates living on Burkinabe soil in strict compliance with the laws of the Republic. The government reaffirms its determination to pursue an independent foreign policy based on the diversification of its partnerships, strengthening South-South cooperation, developing balanced relations with all states, and promoting peace, security, and sustainable development. The government of Burkina Faso remains open to dialogue with all states of the international community based on mutual respect, reciprocity, sovereign equality, and the defense of each one's legitimate interests. He remains committed to building, with all nations that cherish peace and justice, a free, fairer, and more united world. Done in Ouagadougou this day, June 26, 2026.
Thank you, Comrade Minister of Communication. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this special edition.
This is the breaking point. They have decided to hold on diplomatically with them. But looking at the things that are happening, they have to break their ties, take different paths. You cannot expect Burkina Faso to adore you when you don't want to adore Burkina Faso. That do to them as you want to be done unto you. But if you always want Burkina Faso to worship you, without you also respecting them, a sovereign state, then the time has come that you have to find other places to look for that respect from. It's like we have been married to this woman for a very long time. The woman has been disrespecting us for years. That Africa is poor. We live on the mercy of other people. So without their aid, without them coming into the continent to invest, when we know at the end of the day how much we get out of the investment, we can never survive. That was why when Captain Ibrahim Traore visited Russia some years ago, he said, we do not come here as beggars. And the next time we come into Russia a year like this, we should also bring something for Russia, not to always be at the receiving end. But the democratic elected will have to always go barrel and barrel. Like Kenyan President William Ruto said, they have African whatever. They will no longer go out and borrow. So if all these things are there, why do we have to even go begging at the first place? Until we start doing things right for ourselves, people will continue to treat us the way they feel they need to treat us. And what you allow is what will continue. That they will not allow them to use their platforms against them. And then still come into the continent, come into their countries and expect them to shake hands and dine with them. If you want Burkina Faso to have anything to do with you, learn to respect them. And respect, you command it. If we don't rise up in unity to defend ourselves, to fight for ourselves, to protect ourselves, to protect the sovereignty that we claim we have, we'll continue to be at the mercy of other people. There was one Chinese prime minister who said something some years back, that they were like Africa. They used to sit down to decide things together. But today, look at China, look at Africa. What haven't we done right? Instead of us taking bold and firm decisive measures for our own selves. These are the things the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are doing today. Just to make sure the African is free. Freedom, like Captain Ibrahim Traore said, is taken, not given. The time has come for us to change our approach. We need to fight for what we want. If we are looking for respect, then we need to start respecting ourselves, uniting as a people. Then we demand for it. We have seen the unity in the Sahel. What about the rest of the African continent? People are still signing security pacts with people that their brothers are pointing fingers at. But if we want to continue to push our independent agenda, country's interests, then Africa, it will be very difficult for us to unite. The time has come for us to take collective decision to stand on our feet, and that is by accepting one person to lead the whole continent. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.